Yes, we've had more snow to replace, oh, it's not focusing, to replace what had melted has now been replenished. Luckily the sky looks pretty clear now, I think, hopefully. I'm not looking forward to driving you into work in it though. So it's currently 6:36 a.m. What's going to defrost the car, taking you into work. I'm not looking forward to it in the slightest. 2 o'clock this morning, I went to the toilet and it was really, really heavy snow outside. So the main road does look clear now. It looks like at least it's got paths down it. So I'll see you hopefully when I get back. Managed to make it back in one piece. It has taken me a long time though. It's 7:30, so it took me like an hour. It's normally 15 minutes each way, but mainly because we've got temporary traffic lights at the end of the road, which is causing a real traffic queue to sort of like queue back. I'm gonna make a coffee and sit down and relax for a bit now. It was a bit of a hairy journey. Coming off my road was bad, but obviously took it steady until this woman decided that it was okay to drive right up my bumper. But I got onto the bottom road that you turn into and I did skid on there. Even my car had its skid warning thing come up, but it was fine. And then after that, I don't think Nottingham had it as bad as what we've had it, because they only seem to have like probably a centimetre. So the Nottingham roads were all fine. So not so bad. Not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Coming back was a little bit hairy on odd bits of it near me. But yeah, it was fine. I just feel tired. It's been a long week. I want to eventually, oh, nearly knocked the cup over. I want to eventually go part-time, I think. That would be my plan for the future. Because it'd be nice to have a day where I could actually just spend the day cleaning and doing other things. And that's all the milk I've got left. And I was going to stop off and get some today, but decided that the car park in the supermarket might be bad. So, because I don't tend to grit them these days. So I've left it. So if anything, I'll have to try and go out later. That should be enough for me and Eddie. Ewan's not here, he's at work. Tom's not here, and Chloe's not coming over today. I think she's at work, so that should be enough for us two, I think. I don't have much problem with my tea. Anyway, it's Friday. That's the main thing. I've made it. And I'm so excited. I'm supposed to be going to Risley House Fashions today with Kath. I think I might have mentioned it previously in the video that I've asked them to reserve some Christmas socks, men's Christmas socks for Christmas for presents, and also like a cable knit dress for me. And the plan was that she was going to pick me up at 1 o'clock, but I'm not sure now. She just messaged to say it might be later because of the roads, but she lives on quite a steep hill and is out in the middle of nowhere, so yeah, I can imagine her not wanting to drive on that. Anyway, I'm going to get on and do my coffee, and I shall see you when I have breakfast. Not sure what I'm going to have. I can't really have cereal, like Weetabix or porridge, because I don't want to use my milk. So I've got some muffins left. Could do with doing a loaf of bread actually. I might stick the bread maker on now, and then we'll have bread in a couple of hours. I'll do that, and I shall catch you in a bit. I finally finished my blanket. It's not very well positioned because it's obviously quite large, so it's difficult to show you, but basically here is a finished blanket. I'm really pleased with it now it's done, actually. Really pleased with it. I did have a bit of a thing with the border last night, because the border is made up of a row of trebles, a granny row, and then a red row, and then you're supposed to put another white row, and I started to do it and I just did not like it, so I undid it. And then decided I was going to try and do a picot edging, you know, the one that's like a little bit spiky. Tried that in red, didn't like it. Tried it in white, didn't like it. And ended up doing another double crochet of red because I just didn't like the white. There's just too much white on this blanket already. So I was back and forth a bit last night. I was messaging Kath and sending pictures and asking Eddie, what do you think? And I think I've definitely made the right decision. The blanket, the actual pattern has, like I said, an extra white row here instead of red, and it has tassels on the corners, but I don't want tassels, so I'm not doing them. I think it's a waste of wool for one thing, but it's also just not my thing. But yeah, some of these bows aren't sitting, but that's just because the blanket's at a bit of an angle. So what do you think? I'm really pleased that I finished it in time for getting all my Christmas decorations and stuff out, and also perfectly timed for the weather as we've got at the minute. I've actually been a bit naughty this morning, and I've made a purchase for something that's happening in December. So there's a knit along that I'm taking part in. I've bought a kit to go with it, which is like a yarn kit, wool kit, and which is from like an independent dyer. And also I've bought a pattern. So basically the only thing that you get at the minute is just like the pre-Christmas, the pre-December stuff. I've got crazy hair today. You basically get a clue every single day in December, well, 21 days in December, to knit up a gnome. So I'm very excited. Same people that do the book that I recently purchased. So I'm actually going to try and start a gnome next, I think, just so that I can get some practicing before it all kicks off, so that I know what I'm doing. I'm just going to do one of the easy gnomes, I think, see what wool I've got and try and do one of those, start one of those. I'm also obviously very keen to get back to doing my jumpers, so because I really want to get that red one finished for Christmas. So yeah, I'm so pleased I finished that blanket. That just feels like such an achievement, and I'm glad it's out of the way. Anyway, I'm logged on to work, and I need to get my head down and get on with stuff, so I shall catch you in a bit. It's 10:30 and I've come down to put some boiled eggs on. I've decided I'm having boiled eggs with my fresh bread that smells delicious. I sound congested, and I am congested, but I can still smell the bread, and it smells absolutely lovely. So I'm going to have a slice of that with 2 boiled eggs. And I think for my lunch, because I'm busy and because I'm going to be popping in and out, I think I'm just going to have a cup of soup, because I bought these the other day in B&M. So I just bought some cream of asparagus, which I'm quite keen on, and they are, I think it says 130 calories, I'm not too sure. I've got some minestrone, because I like the ones that have got croutons in. That's 89, and I got cream of vegetable, and that's 136. So I've had my boiled eggs for breakfast and that for my lunch. It's really good calorie wise, and then it makes it a bit easier for me for tea, because I don't know what I'm doing for tea yet. I think Ewan's finishing at 8 o'clock today, if he finishes on time. But I want to keep my calories on the lower side, because obviously I had quite a hefty calorie day yesterday with having the Greggs for lunch. I mean, it's fine because I had enough calories from the day before, but even so, I'd still like to have a decent day today. So I feel like I'm actually following it. Right, I think I'm going to just put the water on to boil. My stove is really funny. It's great, but it seems to like being on high or low. It doesn't like to be anything in between. Because I haven't got my little egg thing anymore that goes in. I'm just look for another one of those actually. That goes into my pan that tells me when my eggs are done. Last time I did them, I put the eggs in from cold water and brought it to the boil together. But I noticed that when the water wasn't quite boiling, it reached the 6-minute mark, so you never know whether the eggs are actually done properly or not. So I end up leaving them too long and then having an overdone egg. And I want a dippy egg today. Work's going okay, I've just got my head down getting on with it, so hopefully I'm going to look now for one of those egg things whilst I'm sitting there waiting for the eggs to boil. So I'll show you my breakfast hopefully when I get it out. Here's my breakfast. I've got 2 boiled eggs and a slice of bread with some clover light on. So this is all I'm having for my breakfast, and it's now 11 o'clock and I shall catch you later. It's 2:30 and I have come down for my lunch, so I'm going to have a cream of asparagus soup, and Eddie's having cream of vegetable, and I'm going to treat myself to a slice of bread because I think I need something to help me heat my body up. I'm freezing, and that's only 130 calories, so it should be fine anyway. It should still be fairly low for breakfast and lunch combined, so that's what I'm going to have. I'm not going to show you over there because there's a massive pile of pots that I just brought down out of Ewan's room. I can't actually deal with them because if I do, it makes me heave. If he leaves anything in his room for longer than a couple of days, the smell when he brings it down. There's been many a time I've tried to load the dishwasher and I've had to ask Tom to help, and I've been like retching. It's awful. This is since I've been perimenopausal, by the way. I can't cope with any kind of smells that I would have been able to cope with before. I'm not sure what that's all about. Anyway, I'm going to get my mugs out ready for my mug of soup. My cup of soup. My mug of soup. I might go for those Christmassy mugs because they're quite substantial size. A bit like a soup mug, even though they are Christmassy. There you go, I'm going to use these Christmassy mugs because they're a bit more like a soup mug, aren't they? I actually need to give them a rinse because they've been in the cupboard since last Christmas and not used. Oh, it's so cold. My heating will come on in about an hour. I'm planning on logging off early today. I've decided that I'm going to go to Risley House, but I was going to go earlier, and then Kath messaged to say that her road was really bad with the snow and ice, so the jury was out. Anyway, I've messaged the woman at Risley, and well, I say Risley, it's not actually at Risley, it's at Stapleford in Nottingham, and she said the roads are all fine around there, and I've looked and our main roads look okay now, so I'm going to pop over for a solo visit unless Kath changes her mind at 4, unless Ellie decides to come with me. So I'm going to do that, I think. Right, I'm going to get this done. I'm going to get my bread cut, and I'll show it you when it's ready. So here's my asparagus soup, slice of bread with clover light, and I'm even treating myself to one of these. I don't know the calories actually because I've just binned the wrapper. Let me just have a quick look and get back to you. 146 calories for one of those, so not too bad. And that's 130 something. So yeah, altogether my lunch is quite good on calories. I shall catch you later for dinner. So this is something that Eddie got me for my birthday, and it's basically a wool winder. So I'll show you the packaging so you can see what it is. So it's a Knit Pro wool winder. So I'm just going to practice with all of the leftover wool from my blanket that I've just made, that are in quite sort of scruffy looking balls, to see if I can make them into smaller balls that I can then store away in my storage box upstairs. And it might take up a little bit less space than what this one does. I've put another light on in the hope that you can see a bit better because it is so dark in here. Right, let me just see what it says. So it says, thread the yarn through the yarn guide and put the end of the yarns into the ditch at the top of the bobbin. Hold the yarn with the left hand to give a slight tension. Move the handle clockwise. I'm hoping I've tied it on enough. Right, okay, where's the end of this one? Like I say, these are getting all tangled because they're just all chucked in the bag. There we are. Right, so I think it looks like, should that be higher? Where's the picture on the box? Maybe not. So I think I need to put that through there. You can't actually see what I'm doing, can you? Because it's focusing on me rather than what I'm actually doing. Right, hopefully you can see now. I've had to turn it the other way because it just kept trying to focus on me all the time. No idea whether this will record now or not, but hopefully it will. Right, so I get my ball. Oh, now I get tangled. Why have you gone round there? Oh, I don't know. Hopefully it'll be okay. Just like on my sewing machine when I'm doing my bobbin, it's just wound around the bottom. Don't want you to do that. I want you to go. Oh, that's why it's. How's it got out there? Okay, try again. getting near the end now. I need to be careful because I don't want it to get knotted. Look how neat that looks compared to the ball that I had before that was all crappy and like falling apart. So apparently you can use the wool from the middle or from the outer. I just need to find the label so I can actually put the label with it so I know what colour and what type of wool it is. And then I'll be able to store all those quite neatly in a bag somewhere or in my storage box upstairs. So I'm going to get on and do all of the others now because I'm quite pleased with how that's turned out. I've got this big bag down here of all the leftovers from my blanket. I might make another blanket but not the same pattern. I might just do like a granny or a sort of some other pattern just where I can just add any old scraps to it. So I know you're not all into the knitting and the crocheting content, and I'm still gonna, I think I'm gonna set up another channel perhaps for the new year, but for the time being I'll still share stuff on here anyway because it's just something that I'm interested in. So I'll always share part of it even if I've got another channel because it's part of my day-to-day, and so if I'm doing daily vlogging I'm bound to show some of it. But yeah, I'm going to get on and do the rest of these and I shall see you in a bit when we have dinner. Ewan's messaged me and he should still be finishing at 8 hopefully. I'm hoping he does because I really don't want to be on a frozen road and it's going to start to freeze. It's 2 degrees at the moment, so I'm sure it'll go to freeze later. Anyway, I shall catch you when we have something to eat or when I pick Ewan up maybe. Right, I've done 4 of the balls and I'm going to have a break now because I've been sitting at my desk all day and now standing and doing this is making the top of my back hurt. So I'm going to have to just do it in phases. But I think you'll agree that those look far neater than that. And they take up far less space than that. So hopefully, if I do that to all of them and find the tags to say what they are and perhaps put a little tag on it, then I'll be able to store them away quite nicely. It is quite a satisfying job, but not when you've been sitting at a desk all day. So yeah, I've got quite a few more to do, but it's quite satisfying. So I might do some in the morning when I get up. Here's tonight's dinner. So I've got leftover pasticcio from last night and leftover cheeseburger pasta with some HP sauce over the top. So I just need to track the calories. And then I've got Luna sitting with me. She's got a poorly eye, so this eye nearest to me is all closed. I don't quite know what she's done to it. Yeah, if you look at her, she has one eye open, one eye closed most of the time. She must have scratched it or something. Anyway, I'm going to eat my dinner. It is now just gone 6. And I'm pretty hungry, so I shall catch you later.